Hi, and welcome to the orientation video for Math 111. This is basic technical mathematics. And let's start by discussing how to get access to our Canvas learning management program. So the first thing you want to do is you want to navigate to the Virginia Western website. You can do that by typing in Virginia Western, all one word, .edu, and hit your enter key, and selecting the Virginia Western website. And it should look like this when it comes up. Now, next thing you want to do is you want to click on this VWCC. Takes us to this intermediate page with a number of applications. You might want to browse through all these and see what they do. Let me point out a couple. Zoom is a hot link to let you via VCC access Zoom conferences. You've got a Gmail here, student information system. You can see information about your classes, about setting up classes, so on and so forth. Google Drive's a nice place to store information. It's a cloud service available to you. Navigate is something you might use with your advisor, and also to have private meetings, and so on and so forth. But what we're interested in is Canvas. So I have this in student view, which I want to have it in, but I have to select it. So what we'll do is we'll click Canvas, and you come here and you have a bunch of announcements, and you notice there's a menu bar over here. So the first thing you want to do is make sure you're on Dashboard. And if you're on Dashboard, then when you scroll down, you'll see your classes, and we want to select our class, Math 101, and our class homepage pops up. Math 111, Basic Technical Mathematics. We have my name here, Michael Pastor, and we have a email address, one of many areas where this pops up. So I'm going to put this in student view to make it less busy, and this should be closer to what you see too. So we have 3 buttons down here. We can enter the course, but before we do that, let's check out these other 2 buttons. First one is Canvas information. If you press this, so this is kind of a help screen on Canvas. If you're having issues with Canvas, you can come here and get some maybe tutorials or some help if you need it. So that's a nice resource they added. And student resources. So this button takes you to a place where all the student resources available to you, and you scroll down here, you see all sorts of different things that are available to you now, and it's all collected in one area, and you can access it here. Let's see, let's find that tutorial again. Tutorials, tutoring actually. So here's some IET student tutorials. Okay, I can't connect because I'm doing student view. So let's do this another. So we can look at student resources here, for example. And you come down to student resources, and we get e-learning and instructional technology. Let's go to the student resources. This will take us back to the Virginia Western web page, but now you don't have to search for these things. Now it just takes us directly there, and you can see that you can browse through some of the resources that are available to you for free. But the one I want to highlight here is tutoring. So you can come here and you can access this, and you can get online tutoring, or you can get personal tutoring and have a personal tutor assigned to you. And all this is free, and I highly advise you take advantage of this if you desire. Okay, getting back to our site, I'll have to hit dashboard again, and it's going to tell me I need to leave student view briefly until I select the class, and we'll go back to student view again. Okay, so we've looked at these 2 buttons. Let's see how we enter our class. We have 2 ways to enter the class. We can hit enter course, or we can directly enter via the modules in the class over here. But let's click the enter course button, and you see that these menu items still are here. You might not see these menu items if you are using a cell phone, and that's why I've set this up the way it is, so it's really easy to transition to a cell phone use only for this sort of class. But we have 5 modules here. So if I clicked home, I go back to the home page, and I still have these buttons here, but let's enter the class via the selection on the menu over here, and we have again these 5 items, and let's click start here, and we may as well start here, and we see their first item is exam schedule. You click this little table, opens up that lists all the tentative dates for our due dates for our exams that we're going to have in this class. Some of these exams are worth different point values, which we'll discuss in a few minutes. But notice that all these dates, except for the last one, all these dates, including the midterm exam, are Sunday night. So I try to always make all my due dates the same evening of the week, so you can get used to it and kind of like build a system up where everything's the same over and over again. Okay, let us go back. I'll just hit the back arrow. Start here again. You can click Meet Your Instructor. There's not any more additional information. The only thing is the email is a hot link here, so your default browser will automatically start up if you click that. So I'm going to show you. You can use these buttons down here. So the next or the previous item in the module. Let's do the next item in the module, which was the syllabus. So the syllabus pops up. This is a PDF file, and I have it set up for you to browse instantly. And you'll see that this is title of our class here. My name, Michael Pastor. Office. We won't be using the we won't have access to the campus in this class over the course of this semester. Things might change after the election, especially. Things might change once the election's over. I think a lot of the hysteria is going to change the direction that things are heading with the virus, and what the decisions that are made on how we should meet those challenges. So because of that, there are no class meetings, in-class live meetings, and I don't have an office, but we can do any sort of scheduling of office hours with you online. Contacting me is best via email. You can browse through the course description here, and we get to the text. Now, the text that I chose for this class is an online text, and it's in the OpenStax website, and the title of the book is Algebra and Trigonometry. Here's an image of it. This hot link should take you directly to the text, and let's do that. So I'm going to click this hot link, and it opens up the site, and this is what the book looks like on their site. It should take you directly to this book, and it should look something similar to this. And the best way to use this resource, you should play around with this as much as possible. Best way to use this resource is, I think, to click the table of contents, and always have the table of contents open over here, and then you have the contents of the course over here, and we can go down to, like, for example, chapter 1.1, and we're in chapter 1 now, and it's just an online textbook. But what's nice about an online textbook like this is that you have interactive examples you can use as you're reading through your text. For example, this question is write integers as rational numbers, so they want you to write each of these. So you go ahead and you quickly jot this down as you're reading through, and then you click show solution, and it'll show you what the solution is. And you can go through and you can read through this whole chapter, which I highly recommend. You follow through these things when we're doing them in class. And I'll have a video lecture that covers this section 1.1. But at the end of the section, we get to 1.1 section exercises, and the same deal here. When you have your section exercises, the highlighted ones have answers. The highlighted. So if you're going to solve this problem, 12 divided by the quantity 36 divided by 9 plus 6, and you work this out, and you check your answer, then there's a little bit of an advertisement for a tool here. You can look through that on your own time. Then we look at our answers here. I forget what our problem was, but here's all the section 1 answers. So the way to use this is to, of course, do the things first and then check your answers. Now, another thing you can do with this is you can download this whole thing as a PDF. You can view it online. You can download the app. I'm not sure what the app gives you, what additional benefits the app gives you, but you can play around with that. But here, and I did this actually. You can download a PDF of this, so it's like a hard copy. Well, not a hard copy. It's an electronic copy of this book. You can even order a printed copy if you want. I don't know what that costs you or what that involves, but certainly that's an option. Okay, back to the syllabus. You might want to pick up a calculator. A cheap scientific calculator is all you're going to need. You could probably get that for around $10. Since you're working at home mostly, you probably can load a scientific calculator onto your cell phone if you have that. If you have a smartphone. Graphing calculators are useful, but keep in mind graphing calculators and cell phones are not allowed in class when you have an in-class exam. That's a departmental rule. Or if you had a proctored exam, you won't be allowed. None of which we currently have access to right now. But again, be prepared because we might have that very late in the semester. Like for example, the final. If possible, I would like to see the final be a proctored exam, but I don't think I'm not holding my breath. So what we'll probably have is all our exams will be take-home tests. Okay, now the college requires you to have a computer essentially with a webcam and a microphone, as well as reliable internet. Now this is like the new college rule. However, in this class, you could probably get by with a cell phone as long as it has the ability to take to take video of you, or to have a picture of you and to like run Zoom so we can see you in class and hear you in class. Okay, attendance. Well, the way I'll deal with that is I'll probably take attendance sometime in the class to see who's here, but I'll monitor who is doing the homework assignments. And if you haven't done the first couple homework assignments, you'll be considered as not taking part in the class, and you could get eliminated from the class. And this is a state requirement for class participation that covers the state requirement. Okay, we're going to have 4 practice exams in this class, and a midterm and a final. And those are each of the practice exams are worth 100 points, and the midterm is worth 10 times more than each of those practice exams. So we have that, and possibly up to 100 points of extra credit. Okay, class grades. There's a 10% difference in grades, and I encourage everyone at least to solve the odd numbered exercise problems. Practice exams. So after each chapter, we'll have a practice exam. Well, not all chapters. There are a couple chapters we don't have a practice exam, but that information will be on. And what I'll do is I'll assign these practice exams. You'll work on them, and then I'll hand out an answer sheet, and you'll self-grade your exam, and then you'll submit it to me, and then I'll put it in the grade book. Now, to juxtapose that, we have a midterm and a final exam. So a midterm is a cumulative of all the chapters up to the point of the midterm, and it's going to be a take-home exam, but you're going to have to work on that by yourself. Whereas during these practice exams, you can use any resources you want. With the midterm and the final, you have to only work on these yourself. And here's an honor pledge, our new honor pledge. There's more information here as you scroll down. Inclement weather, we'll want to if the university closes because of or college closes because of inclement weather, we will also not have class. So that's the main point. You need to get a C or higher in this class if you want to use it for another class. And then we have a detailed course outline here. And I finish up with, and I'm speeding through this because I have to keep this under 15 minutes. We have a topic list and exam dates again. So that's all I have time for.